Ladies and gentlemen, this is a YouTube show in which you are brought Slot Machine Sunday, Money Cards Monday, Tic Tac Tuesday, Whammy Mania Wednesday, Thundercracker Thursday, and Flinging Dice Friday and Saturday Superstarcade. Also, wrestling news from Raw, NXT 2.0, AEW Dynamite, NXT UK, Impact Wrestling, SmackDown and 205 Live, and AEW Rampage, and special episodes from Road and Up, Cyber Swaggin', and the philosophies of Lee McLeese. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube show of fun, of knowledge, strategy, luck and daring, and mental shenanigans. This is WEML-TV Channel 77. And now here's the host of the show, live from New Bedford, Massachusetts. It is none other than Eric M. Lima. Thank you, Mr. Announcer, for that wonderful, lovely intro. Hello, everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood bumbling Beaufort Raver, the 2021 five-time bumbling bozos Bozy Awards nominee Eric Lima here, coming at you with another episode of my YouTube channel that could be a candidate for this coming year's bumbling Bozy Awards. It's WEML-TV Channel 77, episode 986, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? February 19th, 2022, 11:02 p.m. Survived a little bit of snow squall. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a snow squall, but whatever. But I want to talk to you guys about Impact Wrestling's No Surrender tonight. I just got off watching it. I'll tell you one thing: two wrestling premium live events, pay-per-views in one day. What a day this turned out to be! I gotta tell you, if you have not watched Impact Wrestling, you're sleeping on it, friends. Trust me. You know, you're sleeping on it, friends. Trust me on this one. Well, Impact No Surrender. In the countdown, there were two matches. In X Division competition, in a non-title match, Trey Miguel, the X Division champion, went up against John Skyler, and Trey Miguel has won the matchup. And Gia Miller was interviewing Team Impact, who are fired up, ready to go. Eddie Edwards, Chris Sabin, Rich Swann, Rhino, and Steve Macklin. They had a lot to say, and a little bit more on the Team Impact Honor No More. This is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Tennille Dashwood, accompanied by Influence members Caleb with a K and Madison Rain, took on Havoc with Rosemary, and Havoc won with the Havoc's tombstone on Tennille Dashwood after Caleb with a K got a phone call from the Inspiration. This got to be interesting, and I think the Inspiration to continue to play my games on the Influence, and it could lead to a Knockouts Tag Team Championship matchup in the future. Let's go to the main show. It started off with the new number one contenders match for the X Division Championship in a fatal four-way. Chris Bay of the Bullet Club, Ace Austin, and also Jake Something and Speedball Mike Bailey. And it was a great matchup overall. And the strategy of taking the big guy did not work, because Jake Something, who was the biggest member in that matchup, did end up winning the fatal four-way, which will get a title shot against Trey Miguel for the X Division Championship in the future. Eric Young cutting a promo on Jay White, Battle of Bullet Club versus Violent by Design. Jonah went up against Black Taurus, and Jonah, the former Bronson Reed, won the matchup with that tsunami splash off the top rope. If you see a big 300-plus pound dude coming on top of you, either one of two things. If you're out of it, you're screwed. But if you're still alive, get out of the way and run out of the arena. My suggestion. And Gia Miller interviewed Jake Something, who won his matchup, and Trey Miguel interrupts him, saying, "Hey, that's the fire that I like. It's what I like, and you know what? You're getting your this is what gets you your tag team title shot. This is what it's all about, right?" Ace Austin, Madman Fulton interrupted him, and he said, and Ace Austin says insulted Jake Something and Trey Miguel, and Trey Miguel goes, you know what? I smell a tag team matchup. And Ace Austin goes, fine. You figured Ace Austin, Madman Fulton versus Jake Something and Trey Miguel later on. Who knows for sure? Then Eric Young took on Jay White. And Switchblade, leader of the Bullet Club, against Violent by Design's leader, Eric Young. And it was a heck of a matchup between these two leaders of these two warring factions. But in the end, Jay White did win the matchup, getting the momentum shift for the Bullet Club as the G.O.D. challenged the Good Brothers later on for the Tag Team Championships. Then Ace Austin talks to Speedball Mike Bailey. I say, listen, man, I'd like for you to be my partner in our tag match. And Mike Bailey kind of politely turned him down. He goes, no, listen, man, you know, Jake Something and Trey Miguel said some nice things about you. And then Mike Bailey thought about it and goes, okay, I'm in. So they shook hands. So that's in. Well, the title open challenge continues. Deonna Purrazzo being the AAA Reina de Reinas champion and the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. So who would issue the challenge? But Miranda Alice, who finished as the runner-up in the Ring of Honor Women's Championship tournament, to Roxy. And Roxy chose the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. The two fought, but in the end, after the Fujiwara armbar and the Visa submission hold, Deonna Purrazzo retains her title against Miranda Alice. Gia Miller interviewed the band Chapel Hart, who did a duet with Mickie James in one of Mickie James' songs. And she joins them, and then Chelsea Green's. And then Mickie James explains to Chelsea Green, listen, our match got interrupted, but don't worry. After I got done dealing with Tasha Steelz, you and I will have a rematch for the Knockouts Women's Championship. Chelsea Green was excited about it. And I think it was a non-title match, excuse me. Chelsea Green will have the match again. And then Chapel Hart says, well, hey, the drinks are on us. We're going to celebrate. And everybody was excited. Digital Media title on the line. Matt Cardona defending against Jordynne Grace. Matt Cardona has been, I think ever since winning all the titles in the indies, he's been more of a, aggressive person, more of a, I don't like saying it because I think I got a lot of respect for Matt Cardona. He's been more of a jerk, but you know what? His attitude is what's helping him win championships. And he was a GCW World Champion, Game Changer Wrestling World Champion, heavyweight champion. He's now he's the current NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, and the current Impact Digital Media World Champion, like to say. And, Jordynne Grace and Matt Cardona went at it, but then Matt Cardona played mind games to the point, where Jordynne Grace emotions got the better of her. She ended up low-blowing Matt Cardona, earning her a disqualification, and that would be Cardona wins by disqualification. So that was a little bit crazy. And then Gia Miller interviewed Tasha Steelz, who had Savannah Evans, and Tasha Steelz is determined, telling Gia Miller she is determined to take the Knockouts title away from Mickie James. But then you hear screams of Chris Sabin yelling for help, and Eddie Edwards was laid out. We don't know who, and overall everybody's assuming that it is Honor No More. They will probably go behind this. Then the Impact Tag Team Championship was on the line. The Good Brothers versus the Guerrillas of Destiny, G.O.D. The Good Brothers is Dart Gallows and the Machine Gun Carl Anderson, while the Guerrillas of Destiny consists of Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. And the match was going crazy until Jay White came out thinking he would help the Bullet Club get those tag team titles, but ended up betraying the G.O.D. as he hits Tama Tonga with his finishing maneuver, and the Good Brothers took advantage of it, and they end up pinning the matchup, and the Good Brothers remain Impact Tag Team Champions. Chris Bay was like, what the heck is going on? But then sided with Jay White and the Good Brothers. Something is afoot here, and the Guerrillas of Destiny are not going to be very happy. Even Hikuleo was like, what the F? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. But that's not the only shock that happened later on. Impact Knockouts Championship on the line. Mickie James defending against Tasha Steelz. Heck of a matchup. But then Mickie James ends up retaining the title. Now, Gia Miller interviewed Team Impact once again because they're down a man with Eddie Edwards, not medically clear to compete. Well, and then And he said, what we're going to do. And Steve Macklin's upset about it. Rhino was upset. Chris Sabin was upset. And then Rich Swann goes, I got you guys. I got it covered. Willie Mack replaces Eddie Edwards. Then for the Impact World title, Brian Myers decided to join Matt Raywell and Tom Hennepin on commentary. I'll tell you one thing. The former Tom Phillips and the former English are doing an excellent job on commentary. They've done this before, 205 Live, the late 205 Live, I should say. Well, they were during their tenure in the WWE. The Impact World title line, Moose versus W. Morrissey. These two big hosses have been fighting like crazy. They've been brawling all over the place. It was nuts. But in the end, Moose did retain the championship. Now, what is next for Moose? I'm hoping Impact Wrestling gave Josh Alexander a brand new contract. Well, the main event was the 10-man tag team match that started off as a brawl. Team Impact, which would now consist of Rich Swann, Willie Mack, Chris Sabin, Rhino, and Steve Macklin against Honor No More, PCO, Vincent, Kenny King, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett, accompanied by Maria Kanellis-Bennett. This matchup had all the craziness. I mean, everything was going crazy. Flying maneuvers, PCO going crazy. Rich Swann and Willie Mack going crazy. It got to the point where the referee was out. Brian Hebner was out cold. But then Eddie Edwards, so Rhino was about to put the finishing touches on a gore on Matt Taven. Then Maria Kanellis jumped in to stop him, and then Mike Bennett came in to stop him. But then Eddie Edwards comes out, Kane's out, chases away Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Then grabs Maria Kanellis, Bennett, and, said, come on, Rhino, let's do it. So Rhino was about to gore the living you-know-what out of Maria Kanellis-Bennett, but then, as Rhino was charging, Eddie Edwards nailed Rhino with the Singapore cane. What is this all about? And then Rich Swann was like, Eddie, what are you doing? Eddie Edwards caned the rest of Team Impact. And then I believe it was Taven or Bennett that made the cover. They grabbed the referee and told him to make the 3 count, and the 3 count was made. Honor No More wins thanks to Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards has betrayed Team Impact and joined up with Honor No More. I'm going to say I'm shocked about that. I don't know if Alicia Edwards has any idea what just happened. I was shocked. But then I started to make a little bit of sense of it. Eddie Edwards was one of the original members of Ring of Honor back in the day. I could not believe it myself, man. It was a shocking moment. So there were 2 shocking betrayals that happened at No Surrender. Jay White turning on the Guerrillas of Destiny to join up with the Good Brothers, while Eddie Edwards betrayed Team Impact to join up with Honor No More. Eddie Edwards has got to explain himself. And I'm sure this Thursday night on Impact, he probably will explain himself. And it's going to be very interesting to see what he has to say. And for why did Eddie Edwards betray Team Impact? I'm sure Scott D'Amore didn't see it. Scott D'Amore didn't see it coming. But Scott D'Amore's got to be upset now. So I'm sure Team Impact will probably want to know why Eddie Edwards did what he did. But I'm sure we're going to hear an explanation this coming Thursday night on Impact. Well, that is all. That is all the time I have on this show, and episode 986 has been complete. That's right, we're about 14 episodes away from 1,000 episodes. That's a milestone and a half, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know what to do if we hit that 1,000 episode mark, and I just cannot believe it. 2 betrayals in one night. Who would have thought that coming? Jay White betrayed the Guerrillas of Destiny for the Good Brothers, and Eddie Edwards betraying Team Impact for Honor No More. I want to know how long he had this planned. That's what I want to know. I'm sure Eddie Edwards will probably explain himself again this coming Thursday night. Why, Eddie, why? So, Now they're going to Impact Wrestling going to put up with Honor No More. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. Well, that'll do it for tonight. Episode 986 of WEML-TV Channel 77 is complete. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as you know, the next episodes, we don't know what's going to happen, but I will inform you guys of what we'll have. I know Slot Machine Sunday is tomorrow, and I was supposed to play Saturday Superstar Arcade, but I'll play that on a Sunday. I don't care. The Saturday Superstar Arcade is more than just a day thing. It's about video gameplay. It's my fancy, like I said, fancier word for video gameplay. Impact No Surrender. What an event. 2 major betrayals, 2 shocks. We'll see what happens. This is Eric Lima saying peace, love, God's blessings from heaven above through me to you. I will bid you good night, adieu, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.